I never get asked when I come to speak, what's your inspiration? How do you write such lovely prose? I always get asked, where do I find the time? And it's a fair question. And people never believe my answer, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm an inherently lazy human being. If you give me one thing to do, Simon, I will not do it. But if you give me six things to do, I'll probably do five of them. I thrive off chaos and I'm sure I'm a better doctor because of my writing, because it's an escape for me, and I know I'm a better writer because of the medicine and especially the emergency medicine. I write mainly suspense fiction, and being able to capitalize on the tension, the chaos in an emergency room, it's easy to channel into writing. So I really think I benefit from having both jobs, and I don't need time to write. I just need inspiration. And I know there's some writers in the group here, and I'm sure everybody has their own approach, but I don't buy that excuse of not having time. It's For me, this is my favorite hobby, and I make time at the expense of other things to do it. So, I know everybody has their own method, and some people need quiet and peace in their life before they can write, and I could understand it being limited, but that's not the case for me at all. I just need something to write. The joy is when the story takes off and goes in directions you had no idea. When you start something, when you put a throwaway character in a scene and that character becomes pivotal to the story. When you're just trying to make something, I don't mean throwaway in the sense that, but just when you're just trying to add color and flavor, and that happens so often. My plots, so often, because as I said, the next book that's coming out, I think, is the best mystery I've ever written. And so much of the stuff I did at the beginning that I thought was just establishing flavor became absolutely pivotal to the story
Mhm.
and the twists and everything. And same with characters. When you add a character that you think is just going to be on one scene and then becomes your favorite character and kind of steals the story. And to me, it's just so joyous. And finishing. Interestingly, the more books I write, the more satisfaction I get by finishing a new book. It's just an incredible feeling I don't have a lot of hobbies. I don't do a lot of handiwork around the house and stuff. I mean, I play a lot of sports and stuff, but there's just a sense of a completion. I imagine be like, building, if I was a carpenter, or if I was, I mean, that same sense of just having your completed story, and it's very
Absolutely.
rewarding. One bad review is meaningless. One bad criticism of your work is meaningless. But if 10 people tell you the same thing, or five people, if you give five people to read your work and four or five of them come back with the same, what they see as the issue or the problem, that's when you have to listen to them, right? Everybody's got their own opinion. But when you hear an opinion, or when somebody um, sort of shines light on a shortcoming or a flaw or a problem with your character or your plot or your pacing, when it's repeated by a few people, then there's almost always a lot of truth to it.